I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting not live from Ajijic, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we try to share with you the joys of living in Mexico. Small towns, big cities, churches, museums, parks, hotels, places to eat. We try to share it all with you. I'm broadcasting now from the home of Mark and Chris, my friends. It's in the middle of Ajijic. It's a great location, and I have a lot to share with you on the research that they did to find this wonderful home in Ajijic. I'm on the third floor. The lake is right behind me. I'm surrounded by beautiful mountains. And we're going to walk through the house so you can see the house that Chris and Mark found. We're going to share with you how they found the house and what research they did to get all of this done. Chris is from my hometown in Columbus, Ohio, and Mark is from Sacramento. They met, and then Mark moved to Columbus, and they owned a bar on a lake that was very successful. Then they moved to Florida. That's where they are right now. They're getting all of their things, and they're going to move all the stuff from their house in Florida to this new home for them in Ajijic. Mark and Chris, they've become like family for me. We met about a year ago on my channel. They were subscribers and they would join us live every Saturday morning. And they both had all kinds of questions about living in Mexico. How to get a visa, how to find a place to stay, what was Ajijic like, where could they get a hotel. So I shared as much information with them that I could. I've shared a hotel here in Ajijic. It's only about 5 blocks away. It's called La Posada, and it's a really nice hotel. They have their accommodations are really nice. They have a great restaurant. The staff is fabulous. So Mark and Chris, they came here about a month ago and stayed at they were going to stay at La Posada for 2 weeks, but they loved Ajijic so much that they ended up staying in this hotel, La Posada, for 1 month. And I have a link to the hotel, La Posada, their website below. It's in English, and you can see all of their rates, and you can see the hotel and see what services they have to offer. They're so funny because I was living near Tequila in a small town called El Arenal. And it was out in the middle of nowhere, and it's about an hour-and-a-half drive away from here. So I had to come down, take care of some business with my attorney and other things here in Ajijic. So I stayed at La Posada at the same time Mark and Chris were staying there for one night. And they said, hey, let's get together. So I was in the room next door to them. If you stay at La Posada, you want to stay on the 3rd floor, and that way you have your own little deck patio that's kind of secluded. What cracked me up about them was I went to visit them in their room next door, and I walked in and they had a microwave, they had a coffee pot, they had a refrigerator in there, and one of those vertical fans. And I said, how'd you guys get all this stuff? Said, oh, we just asked for it. So at La Posada, they'll give you all that stuff. All you have to do is ask. You want a refrigerator, you want a microwave, you want a coffee pot, and a fan. Just tell them at the front desk and they will hook you up. Mark and Chris had everything. Now, I'd been living in the Chapala area for 3 years, and Mark and Chris, they were so smart. Sure, they were only going to stay here for 2 weeks. It ended up being 4 weeks, but they just explored the town. They must have gone to like 25 to 30 different restaurants. They met all kinds of people. They were taking me to restaurants that I had seen but I'd never gone into. They just explored, and they should have their own YouTube channel, because they truly got in and looked around, and people invited them to eat with them, or they might be at this table and they would join some people at another table. They were truly adventurous. Now, I came to Mexico with a suitcase and a hard drive, and many people, I tell them, just come down with nothing. My cousin Tulsi, she moved here 4 years ago from Montana. She came with only a suitcase, and she had a laptop and some cameras. And I told Mark and Chris, leave all your stuff in Florida, but they have a lot of stuff that they're really attached to. So they found a guy here in Ajijic, I think his name is Chuck, and he had moved from the United States to Mexico. It was very complex. You need a lot of legal documents to get all of your stuff in here. So he started a business that specializes in moving all of your stuff from your house to Mexico. So they hired him. So he's going to load up all their stuff in Florida, get it to the border, cross the border, and then bring all of their stuff to this house in Ajijic. Mark and Chris are very thorough, and I shared with them things to look out for in a house, things like water pressure, electricity. We came up with a list of about 15 things to ask the realtor as they looked around. And the more we communicated, the more challenges we came up with. And Chris and Mark, they used everything on the list to find a place that was perfect for them. So I'm going to stay in this place for a couple of months until they get all their stuff together and come back. And I'm just falling in love with Ajijic. I mean, I can walk to many different restaurants. I can walk to the grocery store. There are so many shops, meat market, fish markets, vegetable markets. It's all just a few blocks away. It's fabulous. What a way to live. Congratulations, Mark and Chris. When I got here a few days ago, they had Telmex for internet. And that's the major phone company in Mexico, Telmex. For cell phones, you get Telcel. Mark and Chris, they both bought cell phones and hooked up with a Mexican phone service so they could call people and text people. But when I got here, they moved in here just for one day before they flew back to Florida. And the internet was already connected, and the connection was only 7 meg. I mean, I had a faster connection when I was in that small town, El Arenal, outside of Tequila. So we got on the phone, or Mark got on the phone, and called Total Play. And I've heard a lot about Total Play. My cousin Tulsi has Total Play. When I was in Jocotepec, some Americans there told me about Total Play. And so Mark called Total Play, and he asked them, well, how soon can you get here? And they said, we can be there in 20 minutes. So their technicians came out, hooked us up, not only with internet, but like 300 movie channels. I don't know what they're paying for it, but they left, and then the internet speed was 100 meg, which allows me to upload my video and do live streamings on Saturdays at 10 a.m. with no problem. If you're going to get internet in Mexico and they have Total Play in your area, Total Play is the way to go. Mark and Chris are very smart people, and they've had so many homes and businesses. Mark can build anything from a car engine to a house. And Chris, she knows about all that Mark knows. So they're going to come in here, they're going to put jacuzzis in, take out walls. So when we do the walkthrough of the house, it's going to change dramatically. So we'll have to check in with them in about a year and see how things have come along. Let's take a look at the neighborhood. Here's OXO. You've seen my videos on OXO. It's like 7-Eleven. And this OXO is only like 3 blocks from their new house. And look at the narrow streets, developed about 500 years ago for horse and buggies. And look at all the signs for the shops, the restaurants, the art galleries, the bars. I mean, there must be like 20 establishments that you can visit on every block. And there are lots of expats. You can stop people on the street and ask them, where can I get a good cup of coffee? Where do they make a bakery? And where is the butcher? Where are the fish shops? How can I get bottled water? And it's just a beautiful little community, way better than the place where I was staying for 3 months near Tequila. I mean, this is just like heaven. And there's Robert's little shop to the left of the Mexicano place. Robert the dildo shop is only like 2 blocks away. I don't need any dildos. The house is 1 block away from the lake, and that means that they are 1 block away from the Malecon. And I just walked 1 block to the Malecon. There are all kinds of people, events, musicians playing their instruments, and it's wonderful for a morning walk. The Malecon, it's probably about a half mile long. All types of events and foods. There are some bars and restaurants on the Malecon. Mark and Chris have found a wonderful location. Check out the musicians. Let's go into the house. The house is extremely secure. The locks are great. The windows are barred. Check out the fancy little bathroom. The house only has 2 bathrooms, but they're fully functional, and you can flush the toilet paper. It works. We're going to start out. This is the first floor. My car is in the garage right next door. It's a small garage, but I could get my SUV in there. And now we can walk in, and you can see the terrace out there. We'll walk out to the terrace. Whoever painted this place used very hideous colors, and we were all sitting around talking about how to paint the place differently. The place is fully furnished. A little dining area. You can see me with the full mirrored wall. The kitchen had all modern appliances, 6-burner stove, microwave built into the cabinetry, double sink, lots of storage space. And when they say, oh, look at the coffee pot, the toaster, and this is what fully furnished means in Mexico. Fully furnished means this place has knives, forks, sheets, towels, spatulas, everything that you could ever think of. And this is the back terrace. It's a huge back terrace with like a 15-foot wall that goes all the way up, lots of plants. And the cleaning lady is there. She charges 300 pesos. She comes for 4 hours and cleans everything under the sun. And attached to the terrace is the whirlpool washer and dryer, and that's what they mean by fully furnished. If you're going to rent, you want to ask if there is a washer and a dryer, and this is where they're going to put the jacuzzi and repaint everything. They're going to repaint everything. This is the first floor. Let's go up to the second floor. We'll leave the terrace, walk by the kitchen. It's a 3-story house, and this is the first story. I think they're going to replace all the colors on the bricks that lead up to the second and third floor. And the third floor is a deck, and it's fabulous. You can see the lake and all of the mountains. There are 2 bedrooms up here, as well as a very large room. And it's kind of cluttered, folks. I'm sorry, but I've moved all of my computer equipment up here and my suitcases and my lighting stuff. But it's very large. There's a big screen television up here, a bathroom with a bathtub, which is very rare in Mexico to have a bathtub. And there's even a little small deck that extends off the big living room where I put all of my computer equipment. And also on this day it was about 95 degrees, but all Mexico houses are made with brick and cement. So the brick and the cement hold all of the cool air, and with the fans running throughout the day, when you leave the deck and go into the house, it feels like the house is air conditioned. And it's been like that for almost every house that I've been in. And you can see the unique bathroom decorations. It's nice and cool and extremely spacious. This is where we put in the Total Play modem. And from the second story, you can go out on the little terrace and look at the lake, look at the mountains. You can see here in the bedroom, there's like a little sitting area. You can look out of the bedroom window to the street, and it's nice to hear people talking as they go down the street. You hear voices. I met all of the neighbors thus far, and they've been very friendly and welcoming. Renting in Mexico, specifically in Ajijic, is a joy. And this place is only about a 4-block walk to the plaza, where there are lots of shops and lots of new friends to be made. They made a very lucky choice in finding this apartment. Let's walk on up to the last part of the tour, and this is the deck on top of the house. And look at this deck. It's huge. And there you can see the mountains, you can see the lake. What a place. Please leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what types of videos you would like to see. And if you like the video, please click the like button. And you might want to click the subscribe button. We have many more videos to come. And I saved the best for last. Here's Mark and wonderful Chris. We're in a restaurant called Tango's, which is right off the Malecon. And we had a great time at Tango's. It's a wonderful establishment. Chris and Mark, thank you very much for bringing us into your home, introducing us to so many places and people, and we appreciate all of the information we shared with us. And for our viewers, our subscribers and visitors, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.